So I do watch the African Diaspora channel, Diaspora, and I enjoy watching a lot. They had this white content creator that one of the stories they came on, and he said, "Why are Generation Xers blacks so angry?" And Generation Xers are from 1965 to 1980. So if you fit that era and time period, stand up and acknowledge it. He said, "You had Snoop Dogg, you had Michael Jordan, you got cash money, you got all this." Typical white reaction. Almost like he was watching Do the Right Thing, almost like he was Pinot, you know. What else do you want? But he says, you don't see the Klan burning, you don't see this. Well, what about Charleston, West Virginia? He says, well, you owe Trump an apology. No, he don't. See, I am appalled by people who support Trump, especially black folks, because I'm always going to remind myself of the Central Park Five and how he was ready to lynch them without any proof that they were guilty. Him and his old cohort, Rudy Giuliani, who right about now, Rudy G is almost getting fitted for some slippers and a new wardrobe. He ain't got no money. He almost headed to the pokey. And Donald Trump should be there to join him too if we lived in a fair justice world. Systematic institutionalized racism 101. I don't want to go into that. Police brutality in George Floyd. If this white generation even bothered to watch how black men are still being lynched left and right, we just got through seeing the young brother Roger Forts in Florida get lynched. Air Forcemen. Cops quick to be trigger happy, like Marvin Gaye said, trigger happy polices. Make me want to holler. Throw your hands up. It's funny how people have selective vision. The same white man was probably just excited when O.J. Simpson transitioned recently. Probably just doesn't, probably how he felt without it being justified. Probably didn't even want to talk about Rodney King. See, we can just talk about the things we've seen in the past 30 plus years. We can talk about the stuff that we've seen in the last 12 years with Black Lives Matter with a young Trayvon Martin who was lynched. No different than Emmett Till. I love it when white folks who come on these places and platforms speak half truths and no truths. Make it sound like you should be happy that you ain't seen no crosses burning, that you ain't getting lynched, that you ain't told to go to separate but equal school, and that you weren't bust, even if you were bust. Or you're told that you helped be part of a country that you were born and bred in, but you're only good for the shortest month of the year in school. That you're not, that basically tells you that you're never accepted as a full American. You give your Black Token History Month, and that's all you are. And a handful of people. And one of those people who is seen, who's rumored to be on a $20 bill in the future, Harriet Tubman, who should be on it before Thomas Jefferson, mind you, because he was a slave owner, and you know how he got down. He broke all those laws that they have in the Constitution that they use against your black self. But I'm just digress. Harriet Tubman, who's the same woman who led the Underground Railroad. But I want to know something. If I led an Underground Railroad to freedom, how am I free in a country that doesn't see me as free? And also, how come she still had a bounty on her head? Make it make sense to me. This is too deep for that turkey's head. And he's gonna, he talks about these rappers, right? Who owns these labels? Who runs the industry? He talks about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was one owner in the NBA. How many black players have played in there? How many owners do you see? How many bosses have you had? Be happy. Take the Bobby McFerrin route. Except for another problem. Easy to say that when you don't have a black boss. The white guy ain't never seen nobody black on no money. Not even a counterfeit Aretha Franklin note. Or a counterfeit Michael Jackson note. I'm just saying Jackson and Franklin. You see where I'm going with that. You never had to share. You've only had one black president in your whole existence since you've lived. You've only had one black female or a vice president in your lifetime. And she plays the cultural wheel of fortune of color, so you don't never know what Kamala's going to be today or tomorrow. I'm just saying. 3 black Supreme Court justices. One of them we don't try to claim, but you know how that goes. But there's 3 of how many white? So when you say all this stuff, Look at the first that you still do it. How do you come apart to say that you should be happy as long as black folks have been in the country and contributed in everything that went on and they're still black first? Make it make sense. And you wonder why people are mad? You wonder why black generations ain't so kumbaya when institutionalized systematic oppression, Jim Crowism, told this and that. Also, your life expectancies with your health. That the worst food, the worst environments, the ghettoization, the poverty. You're supposed to be happy about that? Yeah, make it make sense. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And I do respond, thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share the video if you like. I'm out. Peace.